Good morning, everybody. I just quickly wanted to go over the Slinky setup on many different time frames. It doesn't matter what type of chart you're trading it from or what time frame the chart is. You'll see that you'll get the setups regardless of what you're trading it off of. I am doing a webinar tomorrow, Thursday, July 17th, that I'll go over the Slinky, the three amigos, and using multiple time frame analysis in your trading. I have done a lot of research here lately on the Slinky on Renko charts, so that came about because somebody sent me an email telling me that he was using Renko and he was doing well with it, so it perked my interest, and so I've got a lot of information for you guys on Thursday on the Slinky. So hopefully you'll come and hopefully you'll find this video helpful. And you can just go to my site, easyemintrade.com, and choose the webinar tab, and all the information is there for you. So I'll start with a 2-minute chart, and typically I don't trade off of a time-based chart. I like to trade off the range chart or a tick chart, but a lot of people prefer a time-based chart, so I just wanted to show you, the setup off the time-based chart. So this is a 2-minute chart, and actually I got the previous day's high, low, and close on here and the 50% fib retracement area. So I have used different settings for the indicator based on the chart that I've got it on. So typically I'm using smaller settings on the larger charts, bigger settings on the smaller charts. So 2-minute chart here, you can see it pretty simply. Closes below our indicator here. We got the previous day's close here, so you would know taking this that you might get hung up here in the at the previous day's close. And you can see if you use the opposite dots for your stop, and granted it's a big stop if you use the dots on the opposite end, but you could see that you could have ridden that all the way down to basically the low from the previous day. And then you get a setup in the opposite direction here. Obviously you're in pretty strong downtrend at that time, but this still does work out. You just have to decide what kind of targets you want to use. And like I said, I'm not a fan of the time-based charts, but I've been getting a lot of questions, so just thought I would throw it out there. So here you are at 11:10, 11:30. The afternoon I would be a little bit more cautious on how much you're actually going to get out of these trades until you get closer toward the end of the day. So that's a 2-minute chart showing you. Here is a 5-minute chart, and these are all yesterday, by the way. Oops, I forgot to mark that one. There we go. And this is 5-minute chart. So the bigger the chart, the fewer the setups. But obviously, the longer you'll stay in the trade and the larger targets that you'll shoot for. And these are afternoon, obviously. It's 5-minute. Here is a 15. 15, you get the one setup in the morning, and then you could ride it all the way down. Afternoon, like I said, I'd be a little cautious, but this is after 4 anyway. So that's a 15, and here is a 30. Again, you get the one right off in the morning, and then that's it. You ride it all the way down. And like I said, I prefer the range or tick charts for my entries, but somebody who swing trades, for example, they would likely use a larger chart to make their analysis for their entries as opposed to a 2-minute or a 5-minute chart. And then here's a 60-minute. And 60, this actually was on the 10th for the buy back here on the 10th, and basically you could have ridden it all the way through till the morning of the 15th, and then that sets up for a short. Doesn't really go anywhere. This is 5 o'clock in the morning, but not likely that you're going to take that in the morning pre-market on a 60-minute chart, but whatever works for you. And then here is a tick range chart on the Russell. So like I was saying, smaller the chart, the more setups you're going to have and the more filtering you're going to have to do. So this is a 4-tick range chart, and like I said, on the smaller charts I'm using higher settings on the indicator, and on a larger chart I'm using smaller. So here you are here at 9:39, 9:48, 10 o'clock, 10:03. There's just many, many, many of them. So like I said, you're going to have to use some kind of filter to filter them out, because I don't want to take 30 trades in a day, but if you do, then great. 10:05, another one here at 10:11. This is yesterday also. These are all yesterday, by the way. Here, 10:16, 10:24, and then you can see you start to chop, and you don't get another setup until here. So you can see there are a few that you definitely would want to filter out. And then here is the NQ on a 1-point range chart. Same thing as the Russell. You'll get many of them if you're using a small chart. You can always use a little bit larger chart. This is a 4-tick range chart. You could use a 6-tick or 8-tick. Just keep in mind, the bigger the chart, the bigger the stop. And this is a 4-tick Renko. Like I said, I'm not really that familiar with Renko. I've only been messing with it for like the last month. I've been doing a lot of testing on it here over the last month, like I said, per the conversation that I had with somebody. And looking really good, and I have a lot of info on that for you that I've, like I said, come across with my back testing and so forth on the Renko that I'll go over at the webinar on Thursday. But here you are. I've got the dots here in blue and yellow, and so like here you can see they set up for the buy, but you're into the high of the previous day, so not likely you're going to take that. Same here with this short setting up into the previous day's close. But you can see that you get them here as well. So really simple, and I've come up with what I'm going to use to filter out the noise. So hope to see you on Thursday, and if you have any questions, shoot me an email, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Take care, you guys.